Good morning, everyone. I am actually talking to you right now from a airport terminal. I am in El Paso, Texas, and even though I know NaNoWriMo is supposed to keep us busy and focused, I have to say this week I was pretty unfocused, but for good reason. I came into El Paso to visit my grandparents, and I haven't been here since I was a teenager. And let me tell you, in my adult life, it's totally different. It's so serene. It is actually probably the perfect place to write. And I didn't want to do it. I just wanted to take it all in. But probably for the next 3 days, I'm going to be hammering out words left and right. Um, if you ever just need a place to actually get away, take a quick trip, I highly suggest coming to El Paso. Between the sunsets and the mountain range, the great people, the wonderful food, margaritas, excellent margaritas. I highly suggest you come down here. But that's not the reason why I'm talking to you guys right now. This is actually a spur of the moment. This isn't a week wrap up. So, like I told you, I came down here. I actually ended up coming down here on Friday. And one of my goals, which was a part of NaNoWriMo, was to final edit my poetry collection that's coming out, Like Love Lust. And that will be released on Kindle on November 27th. It's already up for pre-sales right now. Paperback is still in the works, so if you want to get it exclusive, get it first. Kindle is your best bet as of right now. Back to the story. So on my flight down, I actually sat next to a couple, and it was a lady who had a collection of poetry book that was a collection of poetry. Normally, I don't see a lot of people carrying around poetry books. I know people read them, I just never see them being carried around. But this woman did. And so I was immediately enticed to ask her, why did you pick up that book? But one of my biggest anxieties is to actually talk to strangers. I write about strangers all the time. It's very easy for me to create a situation, a fantasy, a world. But to actually deal with strangers is pretty tough for me. So, for new authors out there who are like myself, that shy girl, that shy guy, sometimes you gotta take a risk. Sometimes you gotta go against what you fear because sometimes it turns out great. And this is why. So, after probably about 15 minutes, we're getting ready, we're taxiing on, the runway. I'm like, just ask. Just ask her. She's not gonna, what's she gonna do? Cuss you out? She could cuss you out. That's okay though. You can probably switch seats. I don't know. But you gotta just ask. So finally, I mustered up enough energy, enough confidence to ask her and say, hey, ma'am, I'm working on a poetry book, which I had sitting out because I was actually getting ready to start, going through my final paperback edits. I said, ma'am, I'm working on my first poetry book, and I just wanted to know what made you pick up this one. And she proceeded to tell me that, it was a friend from school, and that, she knew it and knew the woman, and, I was like, oh, okay. And I was like, she asked me, she saw my book, she said, is this your book? I said, yes. She's like, oh, that's real pretty. And, immediately it just sparked and it started going from there. I mean, her name was Andrea, and me and Andrea have already connected on social media. And let me tell you how destined this meeting was. Not only did she tell me why she picked up the book, she picked up my in-edit proof, read a couple poetry, proses, sonnets, read through it, and we sat there and we had a full-on conversation about the poetry, and she was digging it. I mean, it's pretty much any author's, to me, I would assume any author's dream to actually be able to sit there and converse with a reader for the first time reading your material. Amazing. And it went from her just reading a couple to reading the entire thing. Andrea, I want to thank you. I'm assuming you may be watching this, and I'm going to keep you up on everything, but to all striving authors, poets out there, don't be scared. Sometimes when the moment's there, you got to do what you can do. And I actually called my husband right after, and I was like, man, I should have had books on hand. I could have given her this, could have given her that. And my husband was like, no, you did exactly what you were supposed to do in that moment, nothing more. Well, spur of the moment's over. Everyone's getting ready to go, so I'll talk to you guys later. But last note, go for what scares you. Go outside your box. If you're freaking out, you got butterflies, you should probably do it. So, all right, guys. Bye.